A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Welcome everyone to A Plus English. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And Elsie, we had a really fun weekend last weekend, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We did so many things.
Yeah, we got to go to a concert, hang out with some friends of ours that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Right.
And we even got to meet some new friends that maybe we'll do a special holiday trip with them, right?
True.
All right, well, actually, everyone, that brings us to our warm-up question. What kinds of things do you do with your friends?
What kinds of things do I do with my friends? I usually chat with them, have maybe lunch or dinner with them, or we talk on the phone.
Yeah, that's a really good thing that, I know you and your friends do quite often. You guys always go out to eat and have nice dinners and lunches that you said.
So what about you?
Well, for me, we'll usually maybe go over to somebody's house and maybe play a board game, have a board game night where we'll play a board game or some video games, and maybe even then later go get a bite to eat at a restaurant.
And sometimes you go to the gym with your friend.
Yeah, it's always good to go to the gym or do some different kinds of exercises with a friend. It just makes that much more fun when you're hanging around someone you know.
Yeah, and actually we're going to talk about friendship in today's article.
We're going to talk about a lovely type of friendship in today's article.
Robot dreams. Warm-up question. What kinds of things do you do with your friends?
Dog lives a lonely life in New York City in the 1980s. He buys a robot to be his friend. Dog and robot have fun playing video games and watching movies. They become close friends and enjoy their time together.
Our article starts off by saying, Dog lives a lonely life in New York City in the 1980s.
Wow, so do you feel lonely sometimes since your family is in the U.S.?
Yeah, I do feel lonely sometimes. Sometimes I wish I could just have my mom's cooking or I could talk to my sisters or cousins about different types of things that we used to talk about. But luckily for us, technology is moving forward, and so there's easy ways to keep in contact, such as, obviously by calling people, but now you have FaceTime on your phone, and you can see them and talk to them almost like they're you're right next to them.
Yeah, so this dog lives a lonely life in New York City in the 1980s. So what was it like to live in New York in the 1980s?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, in the 80s, and a lot of times we'll just say the 80s, in the 1980s, there was a lot of things going on in New York City. You had a lot of art, music, and fashion really took off. And then you also had hip-hop culture that really kind of kicked off in the Bronx, and you could feel energy everywhere. You had new types of music like we talked about with hip-hop. You also had punk coming that was being very popular. And so the music scene was really exciting, and there was a lot of different changes in clothes. A lot of people started wearing more fashionable clothes compared to the 70s.
Okay, so when I feel lonely, I would go to the gym, or I will listen to music, or maybe watch a movie. What about dog here?
Well, good question. It says in our article, he buys a robot to be his friend.
Wow, so is this story set in the future? Like buying a robot sounds very, futuristic.
It does, but this story actually takes place. It was written in 1984, but it does take place in the 80s. But it's a kind of cool tale of, maybe what would it be like if in New York or in the world during the 80s they had robots.
So would you buy a robot friend if you could? Why or why not?
Ooh, would I buy a robot friend? No, I don't think I would buy a robot friend just because I don't know how to fix it. What if something happened? I don't know how to fix it, and maybe it's too expensive. But no, I probably wouldn't. But Dog went ahead and tried to find a robot friend. And in our article, it says Dog and Robot have fun playing video games and watching movies.
So like you and I, we usually have fun watching movies on Netflix, right?
Yeah, we always have a good time watching Netflix. Scary movies, action movies, sci-fi movies.
Yeah, and we have fun going shopping together.
Yes, we do. We like to shop together. It's a kind of a strange thing that I tell people, other friends. They're like, what do you like to do with your wife? I say, we like to go shopping. And they're like, really? I'm like, yes, we really do. What have we learned so far? Well, we learned that Dog went ahead and got a robot and they have fun playing together. What happens next is they become close friends and enjoy their time together.
Okay, so I think I asked you this before. When you are with your friends, what do you guys do together? You told me you guys play video games together.
Sometimes board games.
Board games, 桌游. What else?
And, we'll do outside activities. Maybe we'll take a trip to Elon or, relax in the sun, or we'll maybe go to a park just to get everyone together to maybe have a picnic. Being outside with your friends is a great thing to do.
That sounds fun.
At summer's end, Dog and Robot go to the beach. They fall asleep there. When they wake up, it's night and the beach is empty. Robot can't move. The water caused him to rust and lose power. Dog tries to get help, but he fails. Finally, Dog sadly goes home alone. The next morning, he comes back with tools. However, the beach won't open again until next June 1st.
All right, well, jumping back to our story about Dog and Robot, it says, at summer's end, Dog and Robot go to the beach.
Wow, so they lie on the beach, enjoying the sunshine, and then what happens?
Well, what usually happens when you go to the beach? It says they fall asleep there.
Oh, I sometimes fall asleep on the beach too.
Yeah, you do, and I gotta be careful so you don't fall asleep for too long, otherwise you turn red.
I will get burned.
You will. And so what happens after they fall asleep? Well, when they wake up, it's night. And the beach is empty.
Okay, what do you mean by the beach is empty? You mean nobody's there?
Very good. Yeah, no one's around.
Okay.
No one is there.
Everybody just went home.
Exactly. And since they're on the beach, and what is Robot made of? He's made of metal. Our article says, Robot can't move.
Oh, wow. Is it broken? Or what happened when they were sleeping?
Well, we're about to find out. It says the water caused him to rust and lose power.
Rust 这个动词是生锈，所以水让机器人生锈了。So did you know that if water gets into an electronic device like your phone, what should you do?
Well, the first thing I know you should do, maybe just turn it off, power down your phone, and maybe prevent it from any more damage. What else is something we could do for it?
And you have to dry it?
Yeah.
But you dry it externally.
Exactly.
What else?
Do not use heat, maybe.
So when I want to dry it, can I use a hair dryer?
No, don't use your hairdryer because doing that can maybe cause damage to the components inside. You could damage them. Also, I know a trick that I think everyone knows now is if your phone or something like that falls in water, you can use rice.
用米饭, 白米.
Yeah.
用白米去 dry the phone, right?
Exactly. You place your phone in a bag of uncooked rice for maybe 24 or 48 hours. And then what that does is the rice helps to absorb the moisture, so it takes the water out.
And after a day or two, try turning the phone on. If it doesn't work, consider taking it to a repair shop for further help.
Exactly. And that's why you have so many phone repair shops and things like that. So, robot gets wet. He is losing power or he lost power. So what do you think dog does? Well, dog tries to get help, but he fails. Finally, dog sadly goes home alone.
But will he go back to the beach to save Robot?
I hope so. You don't want to leave your friend or buddy there by himself. And our article says the next morning he comes back with tools. Okay, so maybe he's going to try to fix his robot friend.
Yeah, so he did go back.
Yeah, he went back to try to save Robot and he came back with tools. But wait. Uh-oh. It says, however, the beach won't open again until next June 1st.
海滩要到明年的6月1日才会再开放. Do you think he'll find a way to wait until then?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, if it was one of your friends, would you wait that long?
But what if I, got too lonely?
Oh, yeah. Would you find a new friend?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
You'd abandon your old friend. Or what about this? We do this all the time, right? Let's think about like our phone. So let's say you leave your phone at home when you go to work or when you go to school.
I'm okay with that.
Now, will you go run back to the house and try to get the phone, even though you know you're going to be late for school or for work? Or will you just leave it by itself at home?
I would just leave it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm opposite. I would say, okay, well, I need my phone. I might get important emails or text messages, or, I might have some time in the day to review the internet or see something cool on that. So I would run back to the house and even get the phone, even if I'm going to be late.
So which means you would go back to save Robot, but maybe I wouldn't do that.
Maybe you wouldn't do that.
Okay, so we'll have to find out in the next episode.
Exactly.
现在我们来到了单字教学的部分咯。第一个我们要看到的是片语 wake up， 代表的是醒来。那 wake 的三态要特别注意是 wake, woke, woken。那人家可能会问你说What time did you wake up this morning？ 今天早上你是几点醒过来的呢？那如果你要问人家是几点起床的，就是不仅醒过来，而且身体还离开了床铺，那要用的是 get up 这个片语哦。那单字例句给的是呢 Boys woke up early this morning because of the loud noise on the street. Boys 今早因为街上响亮的噪音，很早就醒过来了。第二个单字我们要看到的是 empty 这个形容词，指的是空的或是无人的。那可以用来形容什么呢？比如说 bottle 瓶子， an empty bottle 空的瓶子， an empty street 空无一人的街道，或者是 an empty room 空荡荡的房间， an empty house 空荡荡的房子。那满的我们就会用 full F-U-L-L 这个形容词。那如果人家跟你说他 feel empty， 那就代表他觉得空虚。单字例句给的是呢 The meeting room is empty now. You can go in there to do your work. 现在会议室没有人在使用，你可以进去里面工作。接下来第三个单字我们要看到是 cause 这个动词，指的是造成或是导致。那通常后面会接什么呢？比如说 a problem cause a problem 引起一个问题， cause damage 造成损害， cause concern 那就是造成担忧，引起担忧， cause someone to do something 那就是使某人做某事。比如说 the loud noise caused him to wake up suddenly，大的声响使他突然醒来。那单字例句给的是呢 The car's wheel fell off and caused the car to hit a tree. 这辆车的轮子脱落，导致车子撞上了树。接下来第四个单字是 power 这个名词，可以指电力，也就是 electricity， 也可以指的是动力。For example, you need candles when the power is out. 停电的时候呢，你需要蜡烛，所以当你说 when the power is out， 那就在说的是当电力没有的时候， 停电的时候。那另外 a nuclear power plant 指的就是核能电厂。那 power 呢还可以指力量或是能力，比如说 Thomas Jefferson 曾经说过的 knowledge is power 指的就是知识就是力量。那单字例句给的是呢 The power went out last night. We used candles to light up the room. 昨天晚上停电了，我们点蜡烛来照亮房间。那接下来我们要到 Magic Box 讲两个单字的比较，一个是 lonely， 一个是 alone。两个有什么差别呢？第一个 lonely 是个形容词，代表孤独的，感到孤独或寂寞，通常是因为缺乏社交互动或是陪伴。那用来形容描述情感的状态，比如说 She felt lonely in the new city. 她在新城市感到孤独。那如果是 alone 的话，它也是一个形容词，不过指的是独自的，也就是没有人其他的人在身边，并不一定包含情感上的孤独感。那它用于呢是描述物理的状态，比如说 He prefers to work alone. 他喜欢独自工作。
Review time.
Okay, well, everyone, that brings us back to now our review time. So let's review some of the words or phrases that we learned through the story so far. The first phrase is wake up.
醒来，
The next one is empty.
空的，无人的。
The next word is cause.
动词，造成，导致。
And the next word is power.
名词，电力，动力。
So what we're going to do is we're going to create sentences and you have to fill in the blank using those words.
Okay.
Are you ready, Elsie?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. Number one, the bottle was completely after we finished the drink.
The bottle was completely empty. 空的。因为后面接 after we finished the drink. 因为我们喝完了。
Very good.
Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
Eating too much junk food can blank 空格 health problems over time.
Ooh, so eating too much junk food. Junk food is bad food like KFC and McDonald's, right? Okay. So eating too much junk food can cause health problems over time.
对，是会造成健康上面的问题的。
All right. This one is true for me. So this is very like me.
Okay.
Number 3. It's hard for me to blank early in the morning, especially during winter.
特别是在冬天的时候，早上当然是很难醒过来。It's hard for me to wake up early.
Very good.
And here's the last one. After the storm, the city experienced a loss of blank for several hours.
Oh, this happens when we have earthquakes or storms, so a loss of power.
对，停电了。好啦，那以上就是我们今天这一集的内容咯。今天的节目到这边，想跟真人老师1对1线上讨论吗？欢迎加入空中家教。So for A+ English, this is Elsie.
And I'm Adam.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.